Y'all, how are y'all today? Just trying to get it all warmed up in here. It's a little cold, a little frigid. So what's going on? Let's get right to it and let's talk about today's topic, which it's going to be hold on. It's not why do. Yeah, it's going to be why do they get a refund and I owe? Basically, that's what it is. Why the IRS always owes them and never me. I understand. I get it. But it all goes, we're going to break down the science of it all, okay? So, all right, let's talk about something that comes up. Like every single tax season, I hear this question all the time. I always hear, how come they get a refund every year and I always owe? That's the topic for today, and I just want to go into that, and I want to break this down in a way that actually kind of makes sense, okay? First, I need you to understand something. A refund is not a bonus. No, it's not free money. It's not a reward for being good. A refund means you overpay the IRS during the year. Let's just keep it frank. Most people who get refunds consistently are W-2 employees. Their employers withhold taxes out of every paycheck automatically. So by the time tax season comes, they're already prepaid. Like they don't have to worry about it. Now, if you're a business owner, 1099 contractor, or self-employed, nobody is automatically withholding taxes for you. That responsibility shifts to you. So when you owe, it's not because you did something wrong. It's usually because taxes were never being set aside in the first place. So you actually run in sometimes. And I see this all the time. Money comes in, you pay bills, you invest back into the business, you take care of your kids, and because no one forced you to put money aside for taxes, it just never happened, okay? Then April comes and it feels like the IRS is attacking you. They're not attacking you. They're just collecting what wasn't prepaid. It does feel like an attack. It's always a personal attack. Anybody that I owe bills to feels like an attack. And I already used everything. What's another reason? Another reason people owe is because business income is taxed differently. When you're self-employed, you're paying income tax and self-employment tax. That's Social Security and Medicare combined. That's something a lot of new business owners don't realize. Also, refunds get smaller when income increases. Credit phases out. Withholding changes. Life changes. So you're basically in a new tax bracket. So when you compare yourself to someone else and think, why do they get money back and I don't? You're comparing two completely different tax structures, like two different ones. Now let's answer the most common questions I get about this, okay? Let's hop into it, right? Maybe that's not my first question. Why do I owe a year and don't feel rich? Because taxes are based on net income, not how you feel financially. If nothing was withheld and nothing was set aside, the bill shows up at filing time. Should I be trying to get a big refund? Not necessarily. A big refund means you overpaid all year. The goal is balance and planning, not surprises. Okay. And let me before I go on to the next question, yes, it's not. Oh, and I also want to piggyback on and go back a little bit. That it's not about like you messed up throughout the year as being, if you're getting a bigger refund, does not really mean you messed up. It does mean like you either, one, qualify for some credits. So you're in a tax bracket where you can get credits for your children, for certain things that you're doing. There's other things you could be doing, like you're getting a refund because you're doing certain things for hacking, like tax hacks or Trump tax, but not Trump tax, but tax hack. But Trump be tax hacking. Like he be paying his accountant $1 million. If you want to pay me $1 million, we will be in them books all day, in them tax law books, and we will get you them refunds. But anyway, so is he really getting a refund at the end of the day? We paying the accountant $1 million? Absolutely not. But the accountant is whatever. I'm digressing. But anyway, there's credits involved. There's certain things that are more involved if you're getting a refund. It's not just because you overpaid, but like I said, it's also credits and things that you do qualify. Back in the day, I have to revisit this, but there was times, and I also think the IRS has set up the tax structure more so you don't get a lot of those credits. They try to give you those credits now throughout the year instead of you waiting to tax season or whatever. So yeah. So that's the question. Ugh. So the next question I usually get, so okay, how much should I be setting aside for taxes? Like I said, it depends on your income and structure, but most small business owners should be setting aside a percentage consistently and not randomly. And when I say set aside a percentage, you're going to base this number on your gross, not just like your net. Like you're going to want to take this off the top. And we went over this like last week when I was going over how you're supposed to put money away based on the percentage. Like if it's $100, you're going to put $15 away for taxes off the rip. So every $100, you're putting $15 away. That's just basically a common number because it's basically like 23% usually that you're paying in self-employment taxes or whatever. But that's, if you're doing on a gross, it weighs itself out because 23% is on your net. So if you're doing 15% on your gross, that's a lot more money. That's money before even expenses are taking into effect. That's before we even put, like, if you're qualified for the Augusta rule, before we even qualify your children that's on your payroll. That's all before that, okay? So it kind of helps. Okay, so the next question I have, my questions are just like all over the place. Let's get it together. Okay, can I just write off more to avoid owing? Deductions help, but they don't eliminate taxes, and aggressive deductions without structure can create bigger problems later. So, and then my next question, let me get rid of this. It's owing a sign my accountant did something wrong. Not automatically. Owing usually reflects income and withholding patterns during the year, not just what happened on the tax return. So, like I said, I always say this all the time. When you when it gets down to the tax time, the only thing we basically can do around that time is help you with putting some money away in your retirement fund and things like that. But a lot of this has to be done throughout the year. Like we should be meeting in January, coming up with a plan for the rest of the year. September, we are going to revisit. Even June, September, we're going to revisit your tax plan and see what changes or whatever. Like, let's give it 9 months. It takes 9 months to have a baby, right? So a lot of things could be happening. Life could be happening in those 9 months, like your income increase. Or your income decrease. We don't know. Things change. Like this whole business is a roller coaster. It's like life. Everything's up and down, to the left, to the right. So we want to be able to see what's going on throughout the year. So you probably want to do either a meeting in January, go over your numbers last year. And based on those numbers, you're going to want to create a plan for this year. Then again, in March, you want to look at it in April, because that's 3 months in. You want to look at it again, take a look and see how you're comparing to last year. Because basically, I always tell my clients, like, we're not in competition with anybody else. So this whole me having this conversation about why this person owes, it's like me having a conversation with my kids. Like, you're not him and he's not you. So what are we talking about? We're two different people here. So anyway, you're competing with yourself. So you're going to be looking at your previous years and seeing, okay, when I was making this much this quarter, last quarter, I owed a lot of money at the end of the year. So let's see how much I should be putting away to pay the IRS for April. So you want to be, every time you are going to write that little nice check or make that deposit to the IRS, you're going to want to revisit what you did. That's why it's important that we have your accounting system set up so you can easily go run your profit and loss, easily check your balance sheet, because your balance sheet has to be balanced in order for you to have an accurate profit and loss. It's just a little thing. But you want to make sure everything is being accounted for, or your credit cards, everything is being looked at. And then you can decide, okay, I feel comfortable paying this amount this quarter to the IRS. And I also feel comfortable that by the end of the year, all the things we plan for, like putting the babies on payroll, doing Augusta roll. When I say babies, my 16-year-old is still a baby. If when he turns 30, he'll still be my baby. So I'm not saying legit babies, y'all. But it's just about you have everything set up properly. And you want to continue doing this throughout the year. Tax time is kind of a little bit too late. It's legitly coming in for surgery and you're like, okay, did the surgeon do something wrong? You never met the surgeon. The surgeon gonna do nothing. The surgeon's here to help you fix whatever you didn't do or whatever happened while you got ill throughout the year or whatever happened. Now they're fixing it. They're trying to fix it, get it together, and get you on your way, right? So that was my little spiel about that part. So yeah, here's the part I really want you to hear. Owing every year is not a personality flaw, it's a planning issue. And planning is flexible. That's exactly why I offer discovery calls, not to judge you, not to press you. It's not even a sales call, but to actually look at your numbers. And because I really don't even like putting my prices up in their discovery call, and build a plan so tax season stops feeling like a crisis. And on that call, we talk through your income, your structure, your withholding, and what would make sense for you going forward. So I built this business while raising 4 kids on my own, and I don't play about structure. I don't play about planning, and I definitely don't play about surprises. I don't do that. So if you're tired of surprise, book that discovery call. The link is in my bio. Like I said, I am a mommy of 4, so I definitely have structure throughout the whole house and everything. It has to be a structure for me to survive this business, for me to be an entrepreneur and damn near a socialite, and also it's not like my kids are sitting here not doing anything. I have some very busy kids. They sign up for things all day, every day. I have Girl Scouts. I have a football player. I have another football player because one of them wants to be a flag football player. I have a lot of things going on here, but my business can run smoothly. My accounting system is on autopilot. The same thing for my clients. We are making sure we are doing things that are done automatically, and then we are able to interpret our numbers. I'm able to translate your numbers and explain it back to you so you can make better decisions and things like that. I got a kid going to college next year. I got to get it together. I already know I need 100 discovery calls. So I need all y'all to be booking these discovery calls because I need 100 discovery calls a month. Maybe I was even take a week, but no, that's a little bit too much. I'm a Pisces. I'm an introvert extrovert, so that's not gonna work here. But yeah, y'all, let's get into some other more crazy fun stuff. Okay, mompreneur event. Yay! So if you're a mom running a business and trying to juggle all the things I just mentioned while raising kids, this is exactly why I created the mompreneur event in March. We're talking money, system structure. We're not really talking about this, but this is something that's going to be discussed if you bring it up. So not the hustle culture, not the shame, just real strategy and support. I have tables coming in I have resource tables that are going to be there. I'm going to have business owners that are moms selling their things, but I'm also going to have set up where there's resource tables. We have payroll, we have insurances, we're going to have financial planners. That's going to be all there. You're going to go in and be like, let me pick up this, let me pick up that. It's just, and then your kids are going to be in a nice little kids zone, like I always say. Meaning is a bouncy house. Thank you for Mini Needs Kids Child Care Center. That's going to be hosting us there. So it's going to be amazing. They're going to be in their area. They're going to have their little snacks. They're going to have their grapes, their fruits, their everything, their juices, everything. So we're going to have them all set up while we're in the next room doing what we got to do. So if this sounds like you, I definitely want to see you there. And like I said, it's my birthday coming up. So I would love registrations to be going through the roof to the point where I shut it off. So I need y'all to register. birthday's coming up March 9th. Trying to celebrate 39 in a bang. So definitely sign up, register. If you have some resources that you can provide to moms, I need you to be there. Because if you're not there, they need it. Like, I want them to be able to walk out Saturday, the 21st, the first day of spring. And I want them to be sprung up to finish the rest of the year, the next 9 months left, in a bang. Like, that's the goal. I want all my mommies to rise up. Like, I want us to all be good. Like, let's get it together. So if you definitely like what you saw today, I need you to like and share and join me. Subscribe to all my channels. I'm on Twitch, Kick, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, everywhere. Instagram. So just like, follow, do everything you got to do on each different platform. I'm trying to get better with topics. I'm a little bit more comfortable back here. So I am like now DJ Rini on the one and iPad, like 1 and 2s, which is my iPhone or whatever. But yeah, so get it together, y'all. I'll see y'all next week. Make this week profitable, productive, and you know how I say, like, get them PPs together. Profit and profitable. Productive and profitable. Get it together, y'all. So see y'all. I'm just trying to get my music up and running, bro. Oh my gosh. That how you feel.